So let us rejoice and be glad in what? In it. So it may be a day, it may be a week, it may be a month, it may be a year, a decade. Our confession should be that this is the year that the Lord has made, and He had a purpose for it to be the way it is, to build us, to mold us. The challenges were there to make us strong. And in fact, things are not going to get easier. It is you who is going to get stronger. And if you don't realize, it is just that you are stronger. You are not what you were 10 years ago. And things are even worse than they were 10 years ago. It is you that has gotten stronger. So don't expect that 2025 is going to be easier. It is you who is going to be stronger, and you're going to weather the challenges, and you're going to stand firm even amidst the storms and the challenges that are going to come. So I thank God for this year. It has been a year that has taught us many lessons. Many lessons. And if not many, great lessons. If they are just few, they are great lessons. And they are lessons that we should carry them into the next year. I always do Bible study. I always do Bible study, and at this time of the year, I do what I call the great last harvest. What word was spoken for you 2024? I carry that word every day. Hallelujah. For 6 weeks, I carry that word every day, and I call upon the name of the Lord every day because of that word. I take scriptures. Hallelujah. Ini scripture gani? I take verses that talk about the word of the year. Every day I take 1, 2, 3 verses. Every day I take 1, 2, 3 verses. And I take those verses and I declare them, because after this month has ended, there is nothing about this. If it didn't happen for you, then you're going to wait for next year for another word. But look at this. There are people who are still living in 2014. There are people who are still living in 2002. Why? Because there's been words spoken over their lives in the year, but they have never articulated that word. They have never internalized that word. That word has never gotten into their DNA to work and operate inside of their lives. And that is why we need to add up the gear. We need to raise the gear. We need to crank up the gear so that we begin to operate. We begin to enter into this word. Enter into the realm of this word and allow this word like dawa. Wakati unamezanga dawa, unasikianga inasemanga aje? Panadol unameza ina work immediately. Unameza kwa tumbo, inaingia kwa tumbo, lakini inatibu kichwa. Si unaona kitu kama hiyo? Unasema ya kwamba uko na shida ya tumbo, unaendesha, unaambiwa umeze flagyl. Unameza flagyl na inatuliza tumbo. Uko na kidonda ama unaumwa na goti, unapewa dawa, unameza, inaingia kwa tumbo, lakini inaponya goti. How does that operate? They know that ile dawa ukimeza, when it enters into the small intestine, kuna vitu zinaitwa villi. Hizo vitu zina absorb anything that enters here. Bwana sifiwe. Kama ni maji, kama ni chakula, ina break, ikisha kwa broken na enzymes inaanza kumezwa. Bwana sifiwe. Inaanza kumezwa na zile vitu na inaingia kwa bloodstream immediately. Na inaanza kufanya kazi. Sasa hiyo immediately. That is how you should take the word. You should take the word and you begin to put that word inside of you. You take it to yourself, but it's beginning to work in your son. You take it to yourself, but it is beginning to work in your business. You take it to yourself, but it is beginning to work in your career. So that coming to church is not just a formality. Coming to church is something that now becomes a warfare. It becomes a divine affair. It becomes something that is needed and required of you. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Simuni encourage tu mseme amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Isiwe tu ya kwamba I'm talking to myself. Nipungie tu mkono. Bwana asifiwe. Sema hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kama uko na Bible yako, fungua Psalms chapter 50. Psalms chapter 50 and verse 5. We're going to read 2 verses. And then kama when mtu kuandika notes, I really quote a lot of verses. But if you're not writing, I believe that your mind is going to absorb all those verses that we're going to go through. And I'm not preaching for long. Hallelujah. I'm not preaching for long. It's only a few minutes.